The study actually was designed very simplistically. I asked cardiology to send us a number of patients who were absolutely representative of a group who'd had a significant shot across the bow. They had coronary artery disease, but in actual fact, as my late brother-in-law says, I got the walking dead. These are patients who had failed their first or second angioplasty. They had failed their first or second bypass. They were too sick for these procedures, or they had refused. And 5 had been told by their expert cardiologist that they would not live out the year. Well, now my challenge was, how was I going to get these people to eat this plant-based nutrition? Because here I was asking an awful lot of these people because they were seeing a general surgeon who had this kind of crazy idea that if you ate plant-based, you might be able to actually halt or reverse your heart disease. And so how was I going to accomplish this? I was not a trained psychologist in behavioral modification. So I decided to use the same mantra for these patients that I used for my cancer patients, namely that I had learned this from a surgeon for whom I had great respect on the West Coast years ago, and that was Bert Dunphy. And Bert said that patients with cancer are not afraid to suffer. Patients with cancer are not afraid to die. But patients with cancer are afraid of being abandoned by their family or by their physician. So to see if I could get these patients from bailing out on us, I saw them every 2 weeks in the office for the first 5 years. And then I lengthened it out to every 4 weeks for the next 5 years, so that by a decade now they really were pretty well on autopilot. And I was able to lengthen it out to quarterly. But the exciting thing was that what we saw with these patients was that all those compliant patients totally arrested any further progression of their disease. And we often saw, with some of the follow-up angiograms, striking evidence of disease reversal. And that's what sort of inspired me, even after I retired from surgery, to keep going with this program and see if we couldn't really lengthen it out, broaden it, and make the entire foundation of this experience more solid.